Hello and welcome back, friends. If you're new around here, I'm Big Gator. If you came looking for the sharpest tennis bets, you're right where you belong. We're covering Kitzbuhel. That's going to be in Austria on the clay. And then we have Umag, which is going to be in Croatia on the clay. And then we're taking it to the nation's capital in America, to Washington, D.C. on the hard courts for the D.C. Open. All right, so before we get into that, make sure you guys put into the comments what you guys are going to be playing, because I'm very interested to know. It's first round. And make sure you check with the pinned comment that I'll be providing to show you guys what I'll be playing for today as well, and for tomorrow. Because I will be actually going to the matches tomorrow. So if you do actually enjoy the breakdowns and the analysis, please give this video a like. It goes a long way for me. If you'd like to get my picks and plays as soon as I upload, make sure you subscribe. And if you're looking to just donate to the channel, give back for any success that you've had for the free picks, there's a link in the pinned comment. All right. So that being said, what we looking like today? What we looking like today, fam? Crazy, but it works sometimes, right? You take the same two people to do the same thing again, and it works. It wasn't worth as much, but we put more on it. If you guys could see the nukes in the comment, I put a lot on those two to win, so I'm happy with my outcome. Hopefully you guys played the same. We took the certified smoke for Bublik and for El Chapo. Chapo got it done for us for the minus 2.5 set. For the game spread, I'm sorry. And then we took Bublik to win in straight sets. That was no dice. So, no love lost there. We come back and we'll get some more certified smoke coming up in these tournaments. But main tickets have been a hit. We've been doing great. Straight bets, winning as well. So, let's keep it going. Let's keep it funky. And let's keep it pushing. We're going to start with Kitzbuhel, because there's only about 5 matches, if I'm not mistaken. So we can just hop into that immediately. There's quite a few matches we have today, so let's just do that. All right. So let's get into Francisco Comesana going against Tristan Boyer. And these guys have played each other twice before already, within the past year on the grass. Comesana being the wiser in both matches. Last one was in April, and it went to a straight set win to Comesana going 7-5, 7-6, and a 3-setter back in November of last year in Lima on the clay as well, going 6-4, 1-6, 6-4. Looking at Boyer, he is on a 5-match losing streak right now. And Comesana just has only lost to Bublik in the quarterfinals. So, and Comesana was playing well. He's in great form. Doesn't look like Boyer's in great form if he lost to Elias Emer, honestly. So, pretty straight shot money line there. It shouldn't be. Let's see how much it's worth, if anything. Is it worth anything? Don't see. Yeah, he's minus 425 to win, so good luck. Next, we got Shevchenko going against Galan. Got Alexander Shevchenko going against Daniel Galan. And they have played each other once before, but only on the hard courts back in 2024. It went 6-7, 7-6, 7-5, Shevchenko. So very close match on the hard court between these two. They're about 20 ranks apart from each other, one being 101, Shevchenko, 122 being Galan. Shevchenko is 17 and 15 on the clay this season, going against someone who is 25 and 15. Both of these guys took a place in Paris. They went to both went to Roland Garros, but Shevchenko made it to the second round. And actually, so did Galan. Made it to the second round. Lost to Musetti in straights. Shevchenko lost to Bublik in that second round, which was like, honestly, he was looking pretty good in that match, but Bublik was just on fire, and he just won the whole thing. So maybe you take that with a bit of a grain of salt, just because it was a bit outmatched. I don't think he's going to be as outmatched going against Galan. He's lost to Pellegrino recently. Beat someone named Federico Arnaboldi, 6-1, 6-1. The Modena Challenger, so decently okay for him up until he had to play someone at his tier and then got dealt with in 2 sets, I'll say. So I would stay away from this match, honestly. See who comes out on top tomorrow. Next we have Joel. How do we say this one? Schwaerzler going against Martin Fucsovics. These guys have yet to play each other. No head-to-head history, but Schwaerzler is 19 years old from Austria, ranked 384, but he is 27 and 16 this season, playing in a bunch of M25s, getting to the semis or the finals, but not being able to take the whole thing. Going against Fucsovics, 33-year-old veteran in the ATP Tour, ranked 89. Hasn't played a single match on the clay since May. Going against the kid who has been playing nothing but clay, but not at this level. Do we think the kid gets a set off of him? What do we think? Fucsovics is only minus 275. That's a good piece, honestly. I think he should get rid of that kid. I would put money on it since he hasn't played on the clay in like 2-3 months, but he should be able to get rid of that kid. All right, next we got Arthur Rinderknech going against, who is this guy? Fukando Bagnis. We got Rinderknech and Bagnis. And Bagnis has beaten him in Gstaad 2 years ago. 3 sets, 6-2, 2-6, 6-3. He's left-handed, 35 years of age. It's a 5-year difference between him and Rinderknech. Rinderknech has been playing well. He lost his first clay match back on from the grass. Wasn't looking too hot there. Lost 1-6, 5-7. And then we have Bagnis, who's been playing through qualies, looking pretty well. Winning in straight sets. Got rid of Enrique Roca and Thiago Monteiro. Not bad. As far as like what's crazy is they have Rinderknech as the favorite. Is it crazy though? Yeah, this guy's ranked 850, but at one point in time, back in 2017 to be specific, he was ranked 55. And he hasn't been having terrible seasons on the clay. He's a 61% winner on the clay. Going against Rinderknech, who's got a 58% win rate. One shy of 100 wins. This guy has over 600. There's a 5-year difference, but still. He seems to have some decent success on the clay. I'd say the guy at least gets a set. I mean, don't play with him. Has he been getting the reps? Way more reps. Couldn't qualify for Gustad, but hey, he got a set in that one though. He's gotten a set in every match he's played in since he's gotten off the grass. Him getting a set would be probably like 110 minus 175. So it going to 2 sets, which, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't even do that because he could end up just beating him in straights. You know, that's there. Not mad at that for a first rounder. Then our last match is going to be Ugo Gaston going against Norbert Gombos. Yeah, Gombos. Gaston has beaten him on the indoor hard courts about 3 years ago, and that was their only head-to-head. So not really much of a sample size we have. But as we know, Gaston has not been playing too great on the clay. But he is going against somebody who is a bit older, 10 years older than him, ranked 309. And just like, what's this other guy? Bagnis. He was in the top 100 about 8 years ago, but now he's dropped as well. So what does that tell us, folks? We got a super red flag match. Don't go to this one. Stay away, stay away, stay away. And that's my 2 cents on those matters. Now we can make our way over to Croatia, a place I'm dying to go see. We can check out what's going on in Umag. And first we have Dino Prizmic. I'm saying that right. Going against Elmer Moller. And they've yet to play each other. No head-to-head history. Prizmic is 19 years old. Prizmic, I'm sorry. He's 21-3 so far. Playing at a challenger level, more or less. He's gotten to the finals in every... What is this? Oh. He lost the final today. Okay, so he's playing... He played a final today. In one country. Where is this? In San Marino. And now he's going all the way to Croatia. Might be fair to avoid this one. Even though the kid's playing well, he's going against Moller, who hasn't been playing terribly, but he lost his last match to Misalic in 3 sets. Prizmic might be a little bit too young for this match right here. Just a bit too young. And I'd say a year. Probably be a lot better, but him coming from somewhere else, I would just say that, like, I would be iffy on betting on someone that's traveling into another tournament after losing in the final. And then next we have Roberto Carballes Baena going against Nicolas Basilashvili. And Basilashvili has beaten him 3 times in a row in their head-to-head history. He does have a negative record on the clay this year, and so does RCB. So when I see stuff like that, I'd rather stay away. If you guys would rather play that, let me know. These guys are both 32 plus years of age. RCB's in the top 80 still. Maybe that's the only edge I'd go with. He played a bit better last year. He's got a higher win rate on the clay. But he lost to Comesana pretty easily. Basilashvili, I'm sorry, was able to take a set off Kazal, who made it to the semis. So do with that information as you must. But we're going to move on. So let's see. Next we have, who's this? We got Dusan Lajovic going against Terence Atmane. And they haven't played each other before. This will be their first head-to-head. We have very minimal experience on the clay from first look from Atmane. He's 2-3 so far this season. Lost in 3 sets to Maifshuk, which is quite impressive, honestly. Took a set off Gaston earlier this year as well. Bordeaux Challenger, he lost to Greeksport and got a set off him as well. That's very impressive, honestly. Even to be losing as much, only to have those 6 matches, he's playing pretty well on clay. He's taking sets where I don't think he should. And we have Lajovic, who hasn't played on the clay yet. He just lost in Wimbledon to Billy Harris. Almost a month ago? Almost a month ago now. So maybe he's gotten his footing back on the clay, but hasn't played an organized official match, which I would put the edge towards Atmane in that respect. And he is, let's see what he's priced at. He's not even the favorite? Yeah, I'd get that kid for a set. Atmane is plus 200 to win. Lajovic is minus 250. What am I missing here? The win percentages are the same. He's just older. They're 6 ranks apart. And 12 years apart. I think the younger, fitter kid can get a set. He's been trending downwards recently, but I think he's able to get a set. All right, next we got Tomas Barrios Vera going against Mariano Navone. And I believe these jokers definitely have played each other a few times on the clay. This will be their 5th time. It is 3-1 going Navone's way. Winning the past 3 matches in a row. Beat him this year in straight sets, 7-5, 7-5. Beat him in straight sets every time he beat him. Last time he lost to him in the first head-to-head they had was in 2023. All matches have been on the clay. Do we see more of the same here? Or do we think Vera has something new to show him? An edge. Vera is ranked 124 going against Navone, who is 75. Vera's got 25 wins, 14 losses, going against Navone, who's got 20 wins and 12 losses. Lost to Cerundolo. But his most recent loss was to him, Navone. So, crazy they're seeing each other in the draw again right after Bostad, and now they're right over here in Umag. So, I think we get more of the same from Navone. I think he can get the money line here. Not too mad at it. I can find it. Okay, there you go. who else we got? Two more. All right, we have Jesper de Jong going against. What's this kid's name? Millie Poljicak. I'm saying that right? Yeah, Poljicak. De Jong just came out of a final. In Sweden, and now he's in Croatia. Not too far, but I'm sure maybe a bit restless or a bit unsettled. But he's going against 21-year-old, ranked 274, Poljicak. As we said before, De Jong is 19-12, just coming out of a final, losing to Dartery in 3 sets. And we have Poljicak, who has been in challenger level things, but not getting too far. Furthest he got recently was in the Skopje Challenger. And that was to the semis and lost in 3 sets. He has been playing in 3-setters in his past 5 matches. So his ability to get a set and lose is there. And will he be able to do so with someone that's fresh off the plane like De Jong? Maybe so. Maybe so. Just quite maybe. Just quite maybe so. It's minus 150 for him to get a set. It's a bit risky. Getting a guy who's as informed as De Jong was and is, I think, will be pretty big challenge for this Millie Poljicak. But I think if you ask me, like to my face, who gets it done, I think De Jong will end up winning the match. Don't know how long it'll take him to snap into winning it, but I think he will win the match. And last but not least, we have Carlos Taberner going against Pierre Hughes Herbert. These guys have yet to play each other. Taberner's playing a bit better right now. He's 28 and 14, and Herbert is 8-9 so far this season. He's got a 50% win rate going against somebody with a 14% win rate. Though he lost to RCB, Taberner did, in 3 sets in Gstaad. He still did come off of a final win in the Sassuolo Challenger in Italy. And Herbert has been on a 4-match losing streak, so only played 1 match on the clay since Wimbledon season. Would lean more on Taberner to get it done here. He's priced at about minus 185. Caught me by surprise, quite honestly. But that wraps up everything going down in Umag. And last but not least, we're going to be getting into DC. And first, in the draw that we're going to be looking at is going to be Ethan Quinn going against Chris O'Connell. Ethan Quinn, we love Ethan Quinn, man. This is his first official match on the hard courts since losing to Majchuk in Wimbledon. So we'll see if he's had some decent practice in. We haven't had a single match from O'Connell either. The 2 Americans are probably going to have not American. O'Connell's Australian. But the young American is going to have a time here going against 10-year difference of experience. O'Connell's been trending downwards, though. And Their records are night and day, honestly. But how do I put this? Like this. O'Connell is 14-20. He's going 10-7 on the hard courts. He went 3-7 on the clay, 1-6 on the grass. So his strongest surface this season has been on the hard courts. Then we have Ethan Quinn, who's 34-18, 16-7 on the hard courts. So that's 6 more wins than O'Connell. 11-6 on the clay. That's 1 less loss and 8 more wins. 3-2 on the indoor hard courts. That's O'Connell hasn't done any match on an indoor hard court. And he's 4-3 on the grass. So he's just playing better across the board. I would say he gets it done, but it's first round and you never know. Money's on Ethan Quinn, though. If you had to make me pick one, I would say Ethan Quinn. And he is the favorite, priced at minus 142. All right, next we have David Goffin going against Ichikete Boo. And these guys have yet to play each other, but we know that Boo was playing okay, but I figured that Nava was going to be a bit better after I saw how he was almost losing a set to Alan Magadan. I was like, this guy can't. Nah. He's going to give a setup to Nava, and then he lost in 3 sets. So, sick win for him, honestly, for Nava. We'll talk about him shortly. But Boo and Goffin. We've yet to see Goffin on the hard courts since March, so we don't. I don't know here. This may be a super avoid. I'm gonna avoid this. I'm gonna go probably look at this match. Like I'm gonna go to the courts and check it out and see how they're looking. Put in the comments. This might be a video that tomorrow morning I might either drop a short or I'll put in the comments here. So if you guys want to know what I think about things throughout the day, check the comment section. I'll be commenting on the pinned comment when it comes to this tournament. So just hopefully you're paying attention in this video because I'm telling y'all there's going to be information commenting throughout the day tomorrow. If I don't put up a short and do it there, there's going to be continuous information. I will give you guys as much info as I can in my comment section while I will be there on the courts. Not going to be enough time to film and edit and stuff like that. So I'm just going to be giving y'all whatever I see in the comments. If you caught it, you caught it. Good for you. You know what time it is. Thank you for paying attention. It will pay off for you in the long run. Now, next we have Dan Evans going against Zizou Bergs. Now, if you guys were with us at all, you guys know that Zizou Bergs has been a whirlwind baller of the year for us on the grass courts when we needed him to be earlier this summer season. So we got him going against Daniel Evans, 35 years old from the UK, coming to American soil fresh off Wimbledon. He's 2-4 on the hard courts so far this season. He was 8-11 last year. Then we have Zizou Bergs, who's 12-7 on the hard courts. Hasn't played a single match since March. I don't worry about him, though. I'm saying it again, I don't worry about Zizou Bergs. Not this year. He's lost his last 3 on the grass, but he was doing great in Den Bosch. I'm going to leave the match alone because it's first round. I honestly think that he gets rid of Daniel Evans. I don't think he loses to Daniel Evans. And he's priced very well. If you ask me, he's minus 172. It's crazy. So, next we'll jump into Canton Halys going against Alexander Kovacevic. And I will be definitely looking at that match. I'll be going to go see them on whatever court they'll be playing on. They've played each other once before, 2 years ago, 2023, on the hard courts as well, and went to a third set in the Phoenix Challenger. Halys being the winner here. Now, Halys is 10-7 on the hard courts this season. He's 16-19 across all surfaces. And then we have Kovacevic, who's 11-6, so that's one more win and one less loss than Halys, and he's 28-20, so that's one more loss and 12 more wins across all surfaces. Percentage-wise, Kovacevic wins on the hard courts more. Going against someone like Fucsovics as his last match and losing in 3 sets in Los Cabos, I don't think he would have been ready for someone like Kovacevic. I don't think he'll be ready for him now. He just got out of the final, and I bet he is going to want to get his bearings back and say, fuck all that. I'm back on my soil. I'm going to get a dub here. I can't believe they have it at even money. I might put money on this one, guys. My money might have to go on Kovacevic. He's playing a Frenchman on American soil. What more could you make me do? I might not be able to contain myself here. I have to do it, guys. I gotta go down there to DC, and I gotta bet on Kovacevic. It's probably gonna be in the pin comment. He's minus 110. He's even money. Like, what? Anyway, we move on. Next, we got Yoshihito Nishioka going against Jensen Brooksby. Nishioka has beaten him 2 times in a row now. Beat him 3 years ago in DC. Straight sets. It's been some time now. Brooksby done cracked into the top 100. I think this is a different player he's going to be seeing. The only issue is neither of these boys have been on the hard courts yet this season. Not since Wimbledon. Nishioka's 5-5 so far. He's got a 9-12 record this season, not too hot. And then we got a 3-4 from Brooksby. He's 19-5, 19-15 this season. So win record, just like raw percentage wise, Brooksby is going to win the match off of the stats. That's what I think. Let's see what the books think. Brooksby is minus 370. Huge favorite. Crazy. I don't think he should be that big of a favorite, being as neither of these jokers have been on the hard courts yet and haven't played a lick of tennis officially in almost 3 weeks. So to say that one is just going to blow the other one out of the water like that is crazy to me. Nishioka could get a set. He's gotten nothing but straight sets against him already. So, I mean, it's been some time, but I would say that he would be able to do it again on a hard court. But he hasn't been having the best year. He's 9-12. So I get why Brooksby's priced at that, but I don't get why he's priced that heavily. It doesn't make much sense to me. It's not that serious, guys. All right, next we have Benjamin Bonzi going against Fabian Marozsan. And this is their first head-to-head. Neither of these guys have touched on to the hard courts yet either. They're coming fresh off of Wimbledon. Matajan lost in straight sets to Munar. And Bonzi went to a fifth set with JT, Jordan Thompson. As far as form is going, Bonzi's 15 and 17 this year. Matajan is 19 and 17. That's 4 more wins across all surfaces. On the hard courts, Bonzi is 9 and 7. Matajan is 6 and 6. Slight advantage win percentage wise goes to Bonzi, who's also ranked 69. Whose Matajan is ranked 56. So pretty close. We get to see each other, but I say that this could be a pretty close match. I don't know who outright wins here. This could be a good set taker or game spread type of game. Matajan is the favorite here. Sure. Sure. I don't have a pick for this. I don't have too much to say about that one. But if you guys do, please put in the comments. Let me know. All right. Next we have, oh yeah, the meat and potatoes of the video. Something I'm excited, but I'm so pissed because we know what this is going to be, right? We have one of my favorite players, Lerner Tien. Fuck it, let's just say it. In America, he's my favorite American player right now. Lerner Tien is my favorite American player right now. That is up and coming. It's definitely him. As far as Americans go, you know, Big Foe is who we represent, who we always stand by. That is our American gladiator. Faux Vision, Faux Nation, whatever you want to call it. Maybe not Faux Nation, but shout out to Francis Tiafo. Hopefully we'll be seeing him. I will be seeing him and Ben Sheldon play doubles tomorrow, so I'll try to get some footage of that for you guys as well. See how they'd be looking out there. Anyway, we got Lerner Tien going against Emilio Nava. Got Lerner Tien going against Emilio Nava. Now, Emilio Nava has 2 wins on the hard courts this year. One being on Alexander Vukic, the other being on Ichikete Bu. He lost to Rublev in 3 sets. It was close. It got close. It got close. And then we have Lerner Tien, who hasn't been on the hard courts a lot this year, but if you guys need a reminder, this motherfucker was slaughtering through the Challenger Tour last year and ended the season with a 54-8 hard court record. He's 11-6 so far this season. So he's got twice the amount of losses, but 5 times the amount of wins as Nava on the hard court so far. Nava spent a lot of this season on the clay, getting his clay game down. I can see a lot of his wins were there. But Tien, through and through, is a hard court young specialist in the up-and-coming rising. He made it all the way to the 4th round in Melbourne in the Australian Open, as we know, earlier this year. Made it to the quarterfinals, lost to Mahach in straight sets in Acapulco, beating Zverev and Cam Norrie. He's beaten Corentin Moutet, Daniel Medvedev. He's been battle-tested by some of the best in the game, and he seemingly has had an answer. He beat 2 top 10 players at the time. He's ranked 67 in the world at 19 years old. Emilio Nava is ranked 123. He's twice his rank. He hasn't played on the hard courts, though. 3 weeks. Do you think I'm going to fall for the trap? I like the kid too much. I want to go enjoy the match. I want to just root for him. You might hear me, if you got tennis TV or some shit, you might be hearing me, go TN! Yes, sir! You might be hearing me. That might be me. Yes. Calling it now. So yeah, I want him to win. I'm trying everything in my damnedest to not bet on this match because I just want to bet on him and root for him at the same time. But it's going to be just equally as fun rooting for him, watching him play. He'll be one of the first matches, so I'm excited for that. If you ask me what I think's going to happen, I think Emilio Nava's battle tested against Rublev, and he's in decent form to play some good tennis. I can see TN winning 2-1. I'm not going to bet it, but you guys heard me say it here. TN winning 2-1. I think he goes down a set in the first set, gets back on his feet, wins the second set, wins the third set. Or nope, that's what happens. That's what I think happens. And him winning is minus 142. So great little parlay piece if you want to put him with Kovacevic. So let's see who else we got. Just 3 more left. All right, we got Jean-Marie Munar going against Marcus Giron. This will be a fun one to watch too. These guys were 1-1 so far in their head-to-heads. Munar had the most recent win, which was about last year on the clay. And Giron beat him in 3 sets on the indoor courts back 4 years ago, so it doesn't really matter. They are only about 5 ranks apart, so this could be a close match. The last time they played each other last year on the clay, it wasn't. But neither of these guys have played on the hard courts yet, so it could take a second for both of these guys to get back on their feet. Munar is 5-4 on the hard courts this year. And Giron is 10-6. So, because he's American and he's on American soil, I'm rooting for him. I hope he gets it done. But Munar is a pest. You know how this guy is. Went to 3 sets with Bublik in Wimbledon. Got rid of him in the first round. I like Giron. He lost to Mintic, lost to Fritz, but he looked good on the grass. But he hasn't played. Now these guys have played on the hard courts in a minute, so I'm not going to be touching it at all. Then we have 2 more. We have Matteo Arnaldi going against Daniel Altmaier. And these guys have yet to play each other as well. And they've yet to touch the hard courts since the grass portion of the season. I take that back. Altmaier was in Los Cabos last week, wasn't he? Got beaten in straight sets by Tristan Schoolcake, but he beat Mitch Kruger in straight sets right before. So he's gotten his practice in. He's gotten his ass whooping. Maybe he's knocked into shape. Arnaldi. 6-6 on the hard courts so far this year for Arnaldi. And Altmaier is 6-9. So same amount of wins, not the same amount of losses. Altmaier's lost 3 more. As far as rank goes, Arnaldi is 44th and Altmaier is 61st. So about 15 ranks there, 16 ranks. I would say this is a toss-up as well. I don't really have much for this one either. Mind you guys, it's first round, so I'm not going to have the density for you guys in this one. I'm just going to cover everything that's happening tomorrow, give you guys the best advice I would give you on what I would do for it. And yeah, anyway. Last but not least, we have Giovanni and Pechi Pericard going against Alexander Vukic. and they've played each other once before. It was last year in the qualification round of Wimbledon. And Gio did end up beating him 6-3, 3-6, 6-3. But going to the hard courts, Vukic is 3-9 this season. He's terrible on the hard courts, as we know. He hasn't had a season with a positive record on the hard courts in 2 years. So 13-18 last year. He's 3-9 this year. He's perfectly on pace to do just as well as he did last year. So then we have Giovanni Impeci. He's 5-5 so far. He's had some really tough matches he's been dealing with, right? His last match was against Taylor Fritz, that 5-setter in the first round of Wimbledon. One of the craziest matches that we've seen in a minute, honestly. 3 tie breaks, 6-4, 6-4. Hate. He lost to Nakashima in Queen's Club. Hopefully he's gotten his return game up a bit more, and maybe he'll be a bigger threat. I think that's his biggest crux, is that he can't return the ball. Like, when he's not serving, he can't do much against people that have different skill sets outside of his, and that's why I don't think he's been thriving as much. Vukic, I don't know if he's having the best year. So, coming on to the hard court, though, he did go to a tiebreak with Nava. That's some good practice. But Gio, if anything, I would see how... I can't wait to just look at this match and see how he's serving. If anything, I would take aces. I think the last match that Vukic had, Emilio Nava had 11 aces on him. So, at the very minimal, I would take aces for Impeci, and that's it. If there's even an ace market up yet. Nope, not yet. Gio is minus 190 to win. Vukic is plus 154. It's not bad to take Gio to win this. Vukic has been just bad this year. So, I mean, if you wanted to go for some first rounders, those are the ones that I think will probably be the ones to go with. I would say Ethan Quinn, Zizou Bergs, Kovacevic, Brooksby, TN, and Impeci in DC at least. And I like Comesana. I like Navone. I like Taberner as well. And I like Poljicak and Bagnis to get a set. But those are the picks I liked for today. Going through everything. Let me know what you guys got going on. Let me know if you guys want me to get some footage of certain matches. Put in the comments. Let me know. I'm going to be all over those grounds, getting everything I can. So please let me know. I'll be there for the first round, and I'll be there for the final. So I won't be in DC all week. I have to make 2 trips, but it is what it is. I actually have to leave pretty soon to get down there. So thank you guys again for rocking with me. Literally, we only got here with my bets getting me here, and if you guys roll with me, I can only just thank you guys for just trusting the process. We're not going to win every day, but we're going to win most days. So that's what it's all about. And I'll leave you guys with that, and I'll catch you in the next one. Wish me luck, and wish you guys luck in your bets on the first round. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.